Chase Sapphire Reserve Card Review 2025. Worth it or leave it? If you're serious about travel rewards, the Chase Sapphire Reserve Card has likely caught your eye. It's one of the most iconic premium travel credit cards in the United States, known for its high rewards, exclusive perks, and unparalleled flexibility. But with a hefty annual fee and a crowded credit card market, you might be wondering, is the Chase Sapphire Reserve still worth it in 2025? Today, we'll break down everything you need to know about this card, its rewards, fees, benefits, and strategies to maximize value so you can make an informed decision. Let's start with the basics. The Chase Sapphire Reserve Card is a premium travel rewards card that earns Chase Ultimate Rewards points, one of the most flexible and valuable points currencies available. You earn 10 points per dollar on hotels and car rentals booked through Chase Ultimate Rewards, 10 points per dollar on Chase's travel portal bookings, 3 points per dollar on dining, and 1 point per dollar on all other purchases. This earning structure is designed for travelers who want to maximize rewards on both everyday spending and travel-related purchases. One of the most talked about features of the Chase Sapphire Reserve is its welcome bonus. As of 2025, new cardholders can earn up to 60,000 bonus points after spending $4,000 in the first 3 months. When redeemed through the Chase Ultimate Rewards portal, those 60,000 points are worth $900 in travel, thanks to the 50% redemption bonus exclusive to Reserve cardholders. But here's a pro tip. If you transfer points to airline and hotel partners strategically, those same 60,000 points could easily be worth $1,200 or more, depending on how you book. Most people underestimate the power of point transfers, but savvy travelers use them to unlock tremendous value. Now let's talk about fees. The annual fee for the Chase Sapphire Reserve is $550 in 2025. This might sound steep, but when you consider the card's benefits like $300 in annual travel credits, priority pass lounge access, and other travel protections, it often offsets a significant portion of the cost. However, it's critical to be a responsible cardholder. Carrying a balance on a card with a high APRA, which currently ranges from 20.24% to 27.24% variable, can quickly erase any rewards you earn. This card is designed for people who pay off their balances in full each month and are looking to maximize travel perks. Speaking of travel perks, this is where the Chase Sapphire Reserve really shines. First, there's the $300 annual travel credit. This credit automatically applies to travel purchases such as flights, hotels, car rentals, and even rideshares. Essentially, it reduces your effective annual fee from $550 to $250 if you utilize it fully. Then there's Priority Pass Select membership, which grants access to over 1,300 airport lounges worldwide, including complimentary guests. For frequent travelers, this benefit alone can be invaluable, offering a quiet space, complimentary snacks, and beverages while waiting for flights. But the benefits don't stop there. The Chase Sapphire Reserve includes trip cancellation and interruption insurance, which covers up to $10,000 per person and $20,000 per trip if your trip is canceled or interrupted due to covered reasons. Lost luggage reimbursement provides up to $3,000 per passenger for checked or carry-on baggage, and travel accident insurance covers up to $1 million in case of accidental death or dismemberment while traveling. Purchase protection covers new purchases for 120 days against damage or theft, up to $10,000 per claim and $50,000 per account, and extended warranty coverage doubles the manufacturer's warranty for up to 1 additional year. These protections are often overlooked, but can save you hundreds or thousands of dollars when traveling or making significant purchases. Now, let's dive deeper into rewards redemption. The Chase Sapphire Reserve is a powerhouse for point maximization. Points are worth 1.5 cents each when redeemed for travel through the Chase Ultimate Rewards portal. This is higher than the 1.25 cents per point redemption rate offered by the Sapphire Preferred. Additionally, transferring points to airline and hotel partners can often yield even greater value. Partners include United Airlines, Southwest Airlines, British Airways, Hyatt, Marriott, and more. This flexibility allows cardholders to book premium cabins or luxury hotels at a fraction of the cash cost, which is where the Reserve's true potential shines. Consider a real-world example. Suppose you have 100,000 Ultimate Rewards points through the portal. These points are worth $1,500 in travel, but if you transfer strategically, perhaps booking a business class flight or a suite at a luxury hotel, those same 100,000 points could easily exceed $2,000 in value. Most people overlook point transfers and just use the portal, but that's where serious travel enthusiasts maximize their rewards. Now let's talk about everyday value. Dining earns 3 points per dollar, which can add up quickly for foodies. While 1 point per dollar on other purchases isn't particularly generous, it's enough to ensure you're earning something on all spending. The card's strength is in travel and dining, so if your spending aligns with those categories, you'll accumulate points rapidly. And because points don't expire and can be pooled with other Chase cards, you have flexibility in managing rewards across multiple accounts. Another significant advantage of the Chase Sapphire Reserve is global entry, or TSA pre-check reimbursement. Cardholders receive up to $100 every 4 years for global entry or TSA pre-check application fees. Considering the time savings and convenience when traveling internationally, this perk alone can justify a portion of the annual fee for frequent flyers. Now, let's address some drawbacks. The $550 annual fee may be prohibitive for casual travelers. If you don't travel often or take full advantage of the $300 travel credit and priority pass lounges, the card may not provide sufficient value. Additionally, the high APRA makes it unsuitable for carrying balances. While the rewards and perks are outstanding for travel-focused spending, they are less attractive for someone seeking cash back or rewards in non-travel categories. Compared to other premium travel cards in 2025, the Chase Sapphire Reserve holds up well. Cards like the American Express Platinum Card offer extensive luxury perks, including hotel status, elite benefits, and higher rewards rates on flights booked directly with airlines. However, the Platinum comes with an annual fee exceeding $700 and doesn't provide the same 50% portal redemption bonus, which makes the Reserve more practical for flexible travel redemption and maximizing point value. The Reserve's lower fee relative to Amex Platinum, coupled with strong travel perks, makes it a more accessible option for many travelers. Now let's talk about long-term value. If you maximize the $300 travel credit, redeem points through the Chase portal with a 50% bonus, use priority pass lounges, and take advantage of travel protections and global entry reimbursement, the effective annual fee drops significantly. With strategic use, the card can pay for itself many times over in travel value. Frequent travelers who plan their trips using point transfers and portal bookings can extract hundreds, even thousands of dollars in additional value per year. Here's a practical tip for maximizing rewards. Combine the Reserve with the Chase Freedom Flex or Freedom Unlimited card. Use the Reserve for travel and dining to earn high-value points, and use a Freedom card for rotating bonus categories or everyday purchases. Then, transfer points to Ultimate Rewards and redeem through the Reserve's portal or transfer partners. This approach leverages the Reserve's strengths, while covering spending categories that earn fewer points directly on the Reserve. In conclusion, the Chase Sapphire Reserve card in 2025 remains one of the top premium travel cards available. Its main strengths are a high-value welcome bonus, 50% redemption bonus on travel, flexible point transfers, $300 annual travel credit, priority pass lounge access, and comprehensive travel protections. Its main drawbacks are the $550 annual fee and high APRA for carried balances. The card is ideal for travelers who pay off balances monthly, frequently travel, and are looking to maximize the value of Chase Ultimate Rewards points. For anyone serious about travel in 2025, the Chase Sapphire Reserve is more than just a rewards card. It's a tool for unlocking luxury experiences, saving money, and ensuring peace of mind while on the road. If you travel often, enjoy flexible redemption, and can use the card's benefits strategically, it's worth the investment and can elevate your travel experience to a whole new level.